Shut open.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
God, it's 2025. I hate it. Why?
Yeah, here we are now.
Yeah.
Here we are now. Where we have to do bloodletting for everybody.
Oh man, that's been in news. That's been in news. It's not just to do with RPGs, but holy shit.
Yeah. I know my lengthy explanation I gave people on that topic probably isn't reassuring at all, but I'd rather you be informed about what exactly this means and why they're doing it.
Kotsonia, I'm Meowdy. I'm good, thank you. We are first with what you like. Meowdy. Hello, Kari. We are holding up okay, more or less.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
There is a furry
Firefox gave it away.
Firefox. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't hide it anymore. Yeah. Sorry.
You got me. Surprise.
Yeah. It is what
really
it is.
A big surprise.
Like,
but, you know.
I think some people didn't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know Mort was a furry until like long after. I thought the bird thing was just for fun.
I was asked last week by someone joining the stream who I hadn't been here for a while why I was a furry. So
I think the proper answer is why wouldn't I be?
Okay, Kotsonia, I have a perfect threat for you.
Yeah.
Tonight when you go to bed and you think like, oh, I'm gonna go under those crisp, cool covers and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna find they're already warm because I have been sleeping in there the whole time. There, that's your threat. I made Drake speechless.
That's good. I like that though.
Good. But that's a real one though. Then when you expect a place that's supposed to be cool, and then it's suddenly warm for no reason. Like when you take the chair off someone who just without you knowing that you just stood up, and your ass feels warm, and you're like, "What's going on? This is weird." Yeah, pure evil, I tell you, pure evil. Drake.
Yes.
What are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today? There's the big news that Diamond Distributors shut down, basically.
Yes, Diamond Comic Distributors is dead. Or is, filed for bankruptcy. This does not immediately mean dead, but this does mean they basically everybody has to find a new distributor.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they owe money to various tabletop industry creation creditors. Okay. So Wizards and Hasbro $1 million each. Catalyst Game Labs $400,000. Army Painter, interesting. Okay, $300,000. Huh.
Yeah, they owe a lot of people a lot of money. They even owe people like Goodman Games and a bunch of others who they were distributors for money just directly. They distributed board games, they distributed miniatures. I know they did some of the load for Modifius also. So, they're whoever acquires them has to do a lot, etc. I assume that somebody will acquire them and then take over that workload. But we live in an age where things will just sometimes just fail for bankruptcy, then cease to exist. So can't make that assumption.
Who knows? Like it's the kind of space where, like, these numbers, like these are the big creditors.
Yeah.
Like we are talking having $3 million in debt to these people and then 2.6. So we are talking sub 10 million debt.
Yeah.
Like they were big, but they weren't ginormous. So at the same time, you could see someone buying them. I could also see someone just being like, "Huh, I buy this." Yeah. Like, how big is this really? This business?
Like, technically, Wizards could just buy them if they wanted to,
of course,
or Hasbro,
but they don't want to.
They don't want to. They'd rather just, we'll figure it out ourselves and make it miserable.
Like, that would also be big conflict of interest thing, because then they're distributing their direct competitors' stuff.
Yep. Monopolization concerns would happen also
Yeah.
because they produce the product, they ship the product, they do all the things from top to bottom for the product.
Especially Wizards, when they just more or less like told by Hasbro to go hard on digital, and then they stepped out of specifically giving the distributors like Diamond stuff.
Yep.
This could also be a direct reason why Diamond goes under. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say that right now. I'm not an expert in this. But if they had owed $2 million to them, but there were ongoing like business relationships and there was incoming revenue stream, they would be waiting maybe longer on that money than if they're like, well, we are no longer selling. Please give us our money. And then Diamond is like, what? You want $2 million from us? Within how long? Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Because that's like clearly they weren't doing amazing if they just had a bunch of debt, but that's not that abnormal for a business to have mostly debt and running costs.
Oh yeah.
And then if a wrench like that gets thrown into your craw, then you don't know.
Yeah.
Now, anyone taking this over will. Well, the question is how much logistic there is to take over. I don't know. I assume it must be quite big because they have to distribute to all those hobby shops and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of companies involved with this. Like, I know that I can't remember what the parent company is for Call of Cthulhu. Chaosium is involved. I know that it's affected Warehouse 23, which is GURPS and Steve Jackson Games. They're affected by this. And basically, like, the numbers that they list there, those are the big people. And then everybody else is like, okay, 10,000 here, 20,000 there.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, we could be looking at 10 million, maybe more total. Which,
like, it's weirdly not even that much, is it? Like, it's really not.
No.
Like in the business world in 2025, like AI companies, sorry to talk about that already, they are burning 10 million in 20 minutes.
Yeah, in 20 minutes, literally.
On making a big titty fish picture.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And that's one of the big things about all of this is just like, as we keep moving towards things that aren't actual products, aren't actual commodities, aren't actually a thing that is produced that you can hold in your hand, and keep going in this AI, digital only, like, it's all tied together. I'm not going to pretend it's not anymore, because they would love to be able to have an AI GM and then just run the game for you. They would love that, and then have you pay money for it. A lot of money.
Yeah.
But no, I'd rather buy good books. Like,
well, it's just, it isn't even possible with the technology.
No, it's not.
Like, the way it works, it is not possible because it cannot remember what it said to you past a certain point. And that certain point comes very quickly, and that's the issue.
Yeah, very, very quickly.
And you would have to like have if you have ever interacted, like I've done it a few times, like just to know, I've never done a picture thing, but just the text stuff, because I like to understand what an AI like looks like when it reads something. Because with pictures, you can't avoid it, so but with text, not so obvious. Like, and what you notice is that these things, even if you give them like, you're supposed to give them like an initial scenario pitch of some kind, and then they adhere to it. Like, you can totally tell as soon as the scenario is like slightly invalid, the whole thing just falls apart like it's made out of paper mache. And then there doesn't really know what to do, so it's just going to wait for you to say something that might hint at maybe something you would want to do, and then it will answer you for that. So the thing where DM guides your story is exactly what you won't be getting.
You will not be getting it.
So
if you involve more than 2 characters in a scene using any of this, also immediately goes off the rails every single time. If you say more than 1 bugbear, then it will confuse which bugbear is which bugbear immediately.
It will just confuse the number of bugbears.
Yeah, it'll confuse the number of them too. Yeah. So, like, expecting it to track how much HP 3 bugbears have in a narrative combat, good luck. Not going to happen.
Like, you would have to build a lot of subsystems on top of the AI to basically that it implicitly understands. But every bit of thing it understands makes it exponentially harder to put the machine learning on top of it.
It is, yeah. Like,
it's just why this whole thing is so stupid.
It's so stupid. It's better. It's better to just go play Baldur's Gate 3. If you want to do this in space, go play Star Sector. Like it's just that's what it comes down to. Is it's just like what's the core of role playing games? Choices and consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get more involved, personalized choices if I'm with an actual DM? Yes, but if I'm going to not have a DM and not have that circumstance, go play the things that already exist that will do it far better than any of this ever will.
The thing is also, this is very important in my opinion. This is a very important thing. The proposition of a TTRPG is that you get together with a bunch of people to play a game designed to be played by people. That is why there is usually a lot of explanation of, okay, the mechanics of combat, blah, 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 blah. Here's how much hit points stuff should have. Here's like how encounter is balanced. Because that stuff tends to be something that is not intuitive to anyone. Like if you just sit down an adult who has never seen a TTRPG book before and explain it to them, yes, they can understand it, but they wouldn't necessarily have invented it in their brain. Like, no. So a lot of stuff going on. If it was easy to make story with a computer, people would be doing it. Like it's this is not a new thing. This is just, again, remixing for fuck. And it's not designed to actually make new things.
No, it isn't. No.
And the things it throws up on its own, always super dependent on initial conditions.
Yep, like initial conditions. If you have even a blip in the code where like it has to slow down for a second to consider something.
Yeah.
Even if you're running it locally, it goes derailed immediately. There's just so much of this shit that's just terrible with regards to anything involved. I'm speaking strictly to chatbots because it's the main thing we're talking about right now, but all of it overall, oh my god. You're better off just playing Zork. Like, seriously.
Absolutely. Like, but it's why, okay. Let's just get back away from AI. We always talk about AI. Like, talking about this... Now, this is going to suck for hobby shops. This is going to suck for like your local shop, because for all we know, they have debts towards Diamond.
Yeah,
because that's usually how it works.
It usually is, yeah.
And you can be, if they file for bankruptcy, they're going to do their damnedest to get that money, you know.
Oh yeah, they're going to do their damnedest.
Yeah.
I haven't asked the local game store near me. I suppose someday I could do some on the ground reporting. But yeah, like I really should ask, hey, how does this affect you guys? Because I'm sure it does, because you would be surprised how many people Diamond is connected to.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the distribution stuff, is that it's so centralized. There's not that many distributors. There just isn't. Because you think back in the day, it was possible, like, I'll just use Richard Gary as the example. It was possible to run his little business for Origin Systems out of his parents' garage for three different games. But then after that point, he couldn't anymore. It was too big. So as a result, you do need a distributor. Back in the day when Steve Jackson Games was small, they could get away with not doing it, but eventually they had to. So then they tapped a comic book distributor, Diamond, and then the rest is history. Because comic book distributors were the big infrastructure that already existed before tabletop games even existed.
Yes, and now correct me if I'm wrong about American bankruptcy laws, but Chapter 11 means they're trying to stay a business, but they have to fulfill their obligations, so they are going to have to like find this money somehow. And if they can't, then they're fucked, kind of technically.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay. Because there's more than one kind of bankruptcy you can file. I think Chapter 11 is specific. I think that's the one where, because they say they're trying to stay open during the process and they're trying to like the sale of key assets of Diamond Comics distributors. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It technically is that you're reorganizing your debts will continue to operate. It enables you to create a repayment plan that will be approved by the court and creditors, which allows you to manage your financial obligation over time to these people. So in other words, all these debts will eventually be paid off.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when, and that's figured out by the court and them working with it.
That's also not always true.
Yep.
But exactly. Yeah, if Diamond as a company keeps surviving, then yes. Then yes, they will get paid off, but probably maybe even at a reduced amount or reduced rate, or with like less what's it called? Less
volume
percentage. It's added interest. That's the English word for that. Yeah, but it will depend. And usually, of course, the big creditors get their money first, which is also great because hello capitalism, thank you. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, it doesn't guarantee anybody gets any money. It just it's just the formal way of going. Hey,
Alex, though, do you have information we don't? Why do you hope they crash and burn? I don't quite follow the logic there. Also, Sonat, a compliment. Sonat, you're really taking our advice to heart, and I'm very happy about that. You're doing good with your brainstorming ideas for our off-stream game, before people wonder what I'm talking about. Because you wanted a complimento before you turned everything off. Thank you for that, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious what Alexter has to say about this. About why
I'm very curious. But like, if you're talking Hasbro, I agree. We're talking Diamond though, because they are filing bankruptcy, and I don't think I'm not aware of stuff they are they're shitty for, except not having money, which is under capitalism, of course, a very bad thing.
Well, I know they were fucked over by Marvel when they were acquired by Disney, if I remember right. So.
Just that they have been the distributor for the industry and has done some dickish things, especially with independents like Scott Perry and Iron Claw getting blacklisted. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So they were the smart people who were like, well, we don't have to worry about the small people. Let's only worry about the big people. And then, okay, that's credence to what I said initially, where it's like, well, if Wizards and Hasbro owe them, like, if they owe them $2 million, like, very, very close to $2 million, and in 2024, Hasbro was like, nah, we're not going to go to external distributors anymore. It's very likely that is a big factor in them having money issues now. So okay, if they were dickish to individual people, that sucks. I wasn't aware of that. It's still going to suck for many companies if they do go under. So I don't know. It's usually everyone in capitalism is a bad guy unless they're like an individual. So inclined to believe Scott Perry over these people. It's also like so often a problem. Like, no company is good. However, like if someone 20 years ago decides to dick someone over and then they leave this company, is the company responsible? In the abstract, yes. In the absolute, I don't know. It's weird. It's all weird. They used to block the indies back in the day, Laird and Eastman, to drive their comics to local distributors because Diamond kept telling comic shops that TMNT wasn't in stock. What the fuck?
Okay, so here.
Okay, that's
screen rant, but
that is a good article. That is shitty. That is very shitty.
Basically, when the bubble burst on comic speculation in 1995, most of the big distributors closed, and Diamond acquired the rest. So they've had a monopoly for almost 30 years, essentially.
Sole distributor of comics in the US market for over 20 years. Okay. Started missing shipping dates. Comics are available on the same day as printer. Delays hurt not just Diamond sales, but comic retailers as well. Yeah. Yeah, if people weirdly, some people buy comics for the story and not for the collectible value and put them in a bag. And yeah, you lose those people as customers if shit's not available.
Yeah, it would be nice to see other distributors suddenly come out of the woodwork. I know it's an industry though that requires quite a bit of money to start up. So,
I wonder if we are indeed talking about this level of debt, right?
Yeah.
Selling shit, okay. Selling the assets of Diamond, probably the assets should be worth more than your debt, ideally, but about as much, say. Who has 20 million bucks in this industry to buy a Diamond?
Yeah.
And if the answer is nobody, then who has 5 million to buy a quarter of Diamond and find 3 other companies to do it with them and make 4 companies?
Yeah, because arguably, if it was 4 different companies that served, I don't know. Let's just be completely minimalistic about this. 4 different parts of the U.S. Perfect, great.
The issue, of course, with them indeed being a monopoly, a factual monopoly, will be if they just go under, then your local comic shop and local game store, well, what are they gonna sell? Who are they getting their product from? Like the knock-on effect there is bad if they fold completely, which is no doubt why this says, "Oh, we are gonna continue business," because if they don't, a lot of shops are just out of product. Which also tells you how shitty the system is. So your local comic shop you were supporting, they had to support Diamond if they wanted to or not, because there's no other game in town. Thanks, capitalism, for being very efficient. Fucks. We'll have to pay our middleman as much as possible. So if webcomics make a come back. I mean, okay, webcomics never really went away, but the phenomenon is kind of dead.
Yeah, it's kind of dead. Yeah, I remember having a front row seat to the boom of those, and I was like, damn.
And
some of these people are not funny.
Yes. What we all don't want to happen is Amazon being like, "Oh, you can buy it from us now." And then just, because that's also no doubt part of the problem. People is going to Amazon.
Yeah, I know that's a huge part of it, because people are now relying on the Amazon server farms. Now they're relying on Amazon distribution and shipping, and now this and that.
Oh, wow. I don't have screen read whitelist. Who knew? Okay, there we go. Looks normal now.
Yeah.
It looks weird. Why did they do this? Whatever.
Whatever.
One thing with several distribution monopoly, though, it does allow for a very efficient shipping system because everything is in-house. Well, by that logic, we should just have the state do it. Oh wait, did I just
have the post office?
I just invented something. I think it's just the state doing things. But I hear that's bad. I hear that's communism or something.
I hear that's the post office or something.
Yeah.
I heard there was a whole movie about that.
The communist post office, yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. And if Amazon does it, good luck. Good luck going to Amazon for anything. Oh my god, these days it's such a shitty website.
It is so shitty. You search for anything. I was complaining about searching for things on Google earlier. Amazon's been using the AI grind set for quite a while for its search system, and oh my god.
It's also sadly, of course, the case that Amazon if you know how Bezos has no hair on his head,
Yeah.
like if the dandruff that's on his head right now, it could buy this company with. So
Yeah.
it might not so much money. Like,
Yep. And I really no. I no.
would rather not. Yeah.
I would just
So
rather
yeah,
not.
I don't know what the ideal outcome here is, but it's going to be not great. It's not a not great sign for the industry as a whole.
No, it's really not.
'Cause-
The ideal situation to me would
Yeah.
be decentralization for a bit, pay people
Yeah.
fucking real money for once, etc.
Yeah. Like the thing is, these two obviously will be fine from this. Much as we don't want them to be fine, they will be. Catalyst Game Labs, big enough to have their own distribution. Like they sit on
They
their own
are.
website.
Yeah.
Never heard of Army Painter. I assume they just sell like mini paints and stuff. Yeah, it says here. So
they sell model planes too and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess they will have to. They're the cheaper option compared to Games Workshop, LOL. Which is not hard to do. Services
True.
Inc. board game and TTRPGs. Okay, like this is already like never heard of these guys. NECA is also NECA. What's NECA? NECA also owns WizKids and Alliance and distribution for HeroClix and the various D&D Pathfinder miniature lines.
Oh, National Entertainment Collectibles Association.
Oh, they own that?
Yeah. Oh boy, they do a lot of things. So this is like the company that does action figures for Pulp Fiction, Alien, Terminator, etc.
As Alexa says, NECA is the guys that make really crappy toys.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Really crappy. They're the ones that do like the pot boiler. Oh, this is the toy tie-in to this movie.
Like, isn't it lovely how you like in a moment like this you look under the hood of capitalism and you open like the open the door and the light shines in and you see all of the companies scurry away from you.
Yeah,
because,
that's exactly what this feels like.
Because they own this and who owns them? Oh, these guys own those guys and those guys own those guys and those guys they are owned by those guys and those guys. That's just Nestle. I don't know. How many like what is degrees of separation from Diamond Comics to like a shitty ass place like Nestle or even Amazon? Yeah, fucking hell.
Degrees of Kevin Bacon away from
Yeah, this is of course all like for me, being a filthy European, we don't really have them here, so I have to. Yeah. I don't really have the knowledge to talk about American distribution into the detail, because we have other distributors over here.
Oh yeah. And it's just one of many wild details to all of this when it comes to just tabletop games, how it's affiliated with comic books, how so many things at the beginning in the 70s were just a handshake and a wink.
Oh yeah.
And then like many years later, wait, you fucked me over. What the hell? Like it's just like Kevin Symbieta is a great example of that with his Robotech stuff that went belly up. Just oh my goodness, this is such an octopus, and now the octopus is unraveling so hard because of all the shipping stuff that got disrupted at the start of COVID. So it's like people like I remember at the time people were talking about the shipping and distribution interruptions and ripples will be felt for many years to come, and things will happen.
Yep.
And this is one of them.
Oh yeah.
And sure, there were other factors, but I'm just saying that didn't help. Like, I remember that comic book shops basically had to close like crazy.
Like here, because they've been struggling for the last 5 years. Oh, what happened 5 years ago?
I wonder what. Yeah, exactly.
Like if your business has just like downturn and then COVID happens, I'm curious if they're gonna sell like old product they have and store it never sold, and then you can just buy like 5 kilos of comics from them or something.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Like them having 5,000 back issues of Swamp Thing #3 or something.
Yeah, you can have them all for just
Yeah.
20 shiny dollars. I don't know.
I mean, that's what you do during Chapter 11. It's
Yeah,
just like you look in the back room, or can we get rid of this for $20?
yeah,
Like,
you do.
so I foresee a lot of things will be put up on eBay also because we'll be trying to cut out the middleman as much as possible.
Yeah, who knows?
The irony of them putting stuff up on eBay.
I just want to know what this is. You know, this like dragon thing. Just a Z. I have no idea.
Huh. I don't know.
Has been looking at me and been like,
Menacingly.
not necessarily menacingly, but I don't want to know what it is. What is this shelf for? It's not a lot on it. It's not Zoids. No, it would be like, look at the size of this shelf. Like it goes from here to here. So no offense to Zoids, but it wouldn't have its own shelf like that.
No, that's weird. Huh. I don't know.
Sorry, my leg was itching.
No, it's okay.
Anyway, yeah, this is certainly a thing that's happening, and certainly not like I wouldn't say a good thing, because and because there's going to I know Etta, but I also like none of these shelves, particularly full. These are, it's not necessarily. This doesn't look weird to me, having seen large warehouses like it just depends what time of day or of time of the week this photo has been taken mostly.
Yeah.
Like this is not an industry that rotates as so fast that you have to have or we have to have the new players get in tomorrow or we stand to lose $10 million. It's just not the case. They can save money by having less real estate. That is certainly true. Though moving all of this to a different warehouse also costs money at this point.
Yep.
Ultimately, I hope people fall on their feet in terms of jobs. Who knows what's going to happen in that regard?
Oh yeah.
And again, ideally, this becomes a few smaller distributors, maybe more specialized.
Yeah.
Because usually that's good for the little guy, because then it's more worth trying to sell the indie comic when that's your main thing, you know?
Yep. Having any options at this point is good because it's one of the biggest things that's just been happening over and over again is we monopolize X, so now Y guy can't sell thing. Like it just keeps happening over and over again.
And again, sign of the times where we made a big monopoly. Are we safe now as a company? Not really. Not if the whole business changes around you.
Yep. Oh boy, yeah, that was the most blockbuster thing you could have said right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Like we have online distributed comics now that the comic makers can just like basically put out there on their own.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. What value add do we Diamond Comics now have to the industry?
Yeah.
Like, Well, yeah,
that's something diversification.
That's one piece of news. So we have more. I think this is enough talk about this. I don't know what else to say, honestly.
Yeah, like we've pretty much said it all. It's Diamond being Diamond.
Yeah.
So, stuff to look forward to in 2025.
One
of the big ones is Discworld, of course.
Should I click the most anticipated by Polygon now? Or?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Look at that one. Is that Oh, yeah, they've got a few there that we haven't mentioned. But then a couple we have mentioned. So.
Yeah. So.
Some of them are things that I would not recommend, like Starfinder 2nd Edition. But
that's good. So their list is this: The Broken Empires RPG. We're not watching the video here. Trevor Hall is publishing the gritty fantasy setting and skill-based system he developed over the course of 4 seasons of actual plays On the TTRPG channel, me, myself, and Die, picking and choosing mechanics from more than 112 other games. Broken Empire's RPG promises to prioritize exploration and intrigue while offering a high level of flexibility for characters. So, fantasy RPG.
Yeah, and unlike other ones, this one was like tested in the wild,
Yeah,
so to speak, by doing actual plays and getting feedback.
yeah, it's. I would like to take a look, since I have not heard of this previously, or at least not like in any detail. I've just heard the name tossed around a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, would be curious to see it. If it actually takes the good bits of like over 100 RPGs, I mean, that's probably just marketing talk here, but sure.
Yeah.
Sure, if you even just take from 10 good games, you can make quite a game.
Yeah. Just flat out. Cosmere. Brian Sanderson isn't planning on returning to the Stormlight Archive for 6 years, but fans of the epic fantasy series will be able to have their own adventures on Roshar with the Cosmere RPG. The author worked closely with Brotherwise Games to develop a system that will begin there with an adventure that ties directly into his latest book, but the game promises to grow to include campaigns in Sanderson's Mistborn setting and the possibility of stories that move between worlds.
God, who wrote this article? Yeah. Who wrote this article? Oh no, there is no author credit.
Oh no.
I have a feeling this is an AI. This is AI. Oh no, here, that's this. Okay, never mind, Samantha.
No, they're an actual.
Samantha,
they're an actual writer.
Write shorter sentences. What is this?
What is this? Oh goodness.
Yeah,
that actually didn't tell me anything about it. So, the other one told me more. Like, we're going to incorporate things from lots of things. Cool. This is just if you like Brandon Sanderson's work, okay, play this.
Yeah. Who the hell is Brandon Sanderson? Oh, another Polygon article. A guide to finally getting into Brandon Sanderson's books. Oh, is an author? Okay.
He's an author.
Elantris. 10th anniversary author's definitive edition. 10,000 words of bonus content. I don't like that. Why is there bonus content in there?
Why is there bonus content? Is there a DLC for this novel? Oh, okay. You wrote with Robert Jordan. Okay.
Look at the tallest hobbit in the world raising his fist. I don't know why I think he's a hobbit, but I really do think he's a hobbit. And this is an old school cover, though. This is very old school.
Very old school, and that is a Wheel of Time book. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, worked on Wheel of Time. Okay.
Okay. Well,
so if you liked Wheel of Time, you probably like Brandon Sanderson's work.
I am less interested in this than this because this this didn't tell me shit. The Crooked Moon. So we have what I notice here, because we have Crooked Moon, which is clearly also a fantasy thing, kind of gritty looking. And we have Daggerheart, fantasy thing. We have Draw Steel, which is also a fantasy thing. Monster Manual, which we're gonna not look at. Pathfinder Lost Omens, Path fantasy thing. York's Guide to the Yokai Realms, a fantasy thing. Oh, and then there's Starfinder, and then there's Predator, and that's it. Like, god damn it, guys.
Yeah.
You are really doing the thing, aren't you? Where
really
there's the big Venn diagram of D&D players, and then there's the other Venn diagram of fantasy players, fantasy enjoyers, and the D&D players are basically in there completely, right? There isn't any overlap. But then, and now what you're all doing by making fantasy RPGs is putting yourself in the circle of D&D players and making your circle smaller. You are not going to surpass D&D by making a fantasy sword and sorcery is some magic kind of thing. I'm sorry.
Nope. It's not.
Okay. Sure. 4 million Kickstarter campaign. Great.
Oh, nice. That's good.
4 core setting for Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, it is just for Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. It's just straight up a setting book. Okay.
It's a setting book for 5e.
I'm not interested anymore.
Wonderful.
Good for you if you're getting 4 million for that. Daggerheart, we have talked about this a bunch.
Yeah.
I hope it's the first good game published by Darrington Press.
Yeah, like I hate to be like that, but that's just how it be. Like it seems like they have a dearth of generally good ideas, and
They have two other things that they published, right? It's just actually why are these all internal links? Polygon. I hate Polygon for this reason.
Yeah, Polygon is such a pain in the butt for that.
I mean, I can just.
Yeah, it's probably safer to just do that.
Okay, here's the Immediate Daggerheart products.
Candela Obscura, that was the one we were thinking about.
Keeper cards. Okay, this is just like a little thing. Candela Obscura. Why is this website not scrolling for me? Oh, am I blocking this? Yes.
That's why.
There we go. Okay. You reload yourself. Okay. For the Queen by Midnight. Are these
Queen? That's a card game.
Cards RPG game, I guess. This is a bit more. Yeah. Okay. And then this is probably the same thing, but
expansion.
Yeah. And another one. Generate campaign setting reborn. We know what that is. Yeah. Ukotoa. Scraps and the Vox Machina box. So they have Candela Obscura, which is not great. We looked at that. I don't think we ever made an episode, but we looked at that on our own time, and it's not great. Sorry,
it's just not great. Like, I don't even want to go into details about the system. It's just not great. Like, it directly imitates something else. I even forget what it was that it imitated, but it was part of the same, Blades in the Dark, Apocalypse World slop.
Yes,
that it was imitating.
I want to say I really vibe with these fucking game pieces, which are like the scared people running
with their hands behind their head.
Yeah, because they're running away from this guy. I think I assume that's what the game is, and I love it.
I like this a lot. What the fuck?
26 ship deck hexes, 25 terrified Sailor meeples.
Oh, those are meeples, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's great.
I love that.
Honestly, I'm happy that they are doing these games as well. This is cool.
Yeah, I'm glad they are too. Like, it may have sounded like I was dogging on them doing a card game. I'm not. Like, go off king, go off queen. Yeah, just do everything.
Yeah, it's just not like TTR, which is our main bag, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Last Gas could be more. 40-page rule book, examples to play, 220-sided dice, 26-sided edge dice, 2 player boards, 9 jumbo map cards, genre spanning backdrops to your duels. Oh, it's a fighting game. Okay.
Yeah, it's a versus game. It made me think a little bit of Netrunner in that, Netrunner is a very... I don't know how to describe it other than you both play a role, but it's 1v1.
And Familiar Problem is the one page by Marisha Ray. I knew that much. But you play familiars of like your characters, basically, which is funny.
Like
but that's of course a free thing. As they aren't selling a one-page RPG, you can just download this thing, which honestly, it's pretty good for one page. But yeah, Candela Obscura. No. It's bad. Straight up bad. It's PBTA with confusing rules.
It doesn't innovate anything in the space. Like, just I hate to be like this, but just go play Call of Cthulhu if you want the same thing. Like, just go do that.
No. We have other games for that now. We play the SCP RPG.
Oh yeah, and then also Vaesen.
Yeah, play Vaesen's probably the one.
That's probably more on point with Candela Obscura.
Yeah. But Daggerheart, it's like really the flagship product they're coming out with. And they have been like playtesting this for a few years at this point. So.
Oh yeah, they have been, and then they've been going to like every convention, dragging this with them so that people can play it. So.
And one
Yep.
thing that they're doing well on is the art, because surprise,
Yeah.
surprise, they're paying some of their best fan artists for this shit,
Yeah.
because they're
That's
actually like, look, this is really good. I like
that's very
this.
evocative, you
Yeah.
know? Like a similar piece of art in 5.05 edition, it just doesn't grab me. It just doesn't. Whereas this
Yeah.
does right away. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to play this cat person who casts fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
so important.
I believe them that they aren't doing AI art. I don't believe it with D&D.
Oh. Yeah, both them and MCDM are
Yeah.
like, no, we want to pay artists good, and we don't want AI art. Both of them have been doing
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah.
that's the other reason why I keep highlighting MCDM, regardless of how Draw Steel turns out. Like,
Yeah.
he's just a guy who wants to pay people actually what they're worth. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And Draw Steel, like,
Yeah.
it's at least the most unabashedly old school game, and they actually have good mechanics in it. So
They do.
I it's still too much D&D for me to be really interested, because I'm not really like I'm so off that wagon now. But I'm if anything should find success, if it has to be a D&D clone, then please, fine. Let it be any of these except the ones that are just settings.
Yeah.
And
Like,
no offense to the people who made this, to be clear. Like, they probably did this Kickstarter back when it was the natural thing to hitch your wagon to D&D.
oh yeah,
Because those products
because
are
a lot of
still
people had
coming
plans.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, when was this done? Last update. Can I get to know when you made your thing? They wanted 20,000, they got 4 million. Is always a time.
What the heck? Oh my god, look at all the love put into this too. Look at that fucking like train.
Yeah.
Like,
can I suplex the train? That's really oh goat.
yeah, a three-eyed goat. Would you like to live deliciously? Oh my god, yes! They did the meme!
Yeah. I think it must have doesn't it show anymore when the fucking Kickstarter happened? Like, hello? Updates? I'm gonna scroll all the way down on updates, do I?
It's so annoying that you have to do that, but I think that's the way to do it. But yeah, I see why they got 4 million. Like, there's so much personality here right away. And I guess it's a really big thing. Like with Darrington Press, Candle Obscura doesn't feel like it has any personality, but Daggerheart does.
October 3rd, 2023. So they just this was just before all the bullshit.
Yeah, I can see.
So
I can see why they're just like shit.
And now they committed to this, so they're gonna bring it out. That's good. So I think a Draw Steel game in a few weeks. I'll let you know. Okay, I hope it's good again. Like from what I've seen from the playtest material, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looked good.
There's some good changes in there.
Mm-hmm. That was the big thing that Matt Colville wanted to do, was he wanted to finally slay the secret cows that have existed since the 70s, and he has slayed quite a few of them. Yeah. Which that's what D&D needs more than anything, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Get rid of the things that you're just like, well, this is sacred. Why is it sacred? It's just no. There are things from back then that are still good. Like, I still like Hex Exploration. I still think it's fun.
I think Thaco is great.
Yeah.
I said that with a straight face, and then I couldn't anymore.
Thaco. Oh, Thaco. But yeah, just.
No, I agree with you though. There's like not everything from old school D&D is bad, and by far not everything from new D&D is good.
Because I don't know if they had focused on just even what I just mentioned, Hex Exploration, as part of their exploration pillar, abruptly everybody would be like, "Oh, okay, I can vibe with this," because then it's something.
Like, Try for epic multiplayer. I don't know. This was another one that meant that exploration was in it.
Broken
Broken Empires. Like
exploration and intrigue. Yeah.
the fact that D&D does have no mechanics for it just means everybody can have an easy win by putting exploration in their game. Problem is, usually it's not that good. Of rules,
yeah.
Even. But just having rules is infinitely better than not having them.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. And Draw Steel is very focused on, hey, if you guys don't want to fight, here's what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I can't think of an edition of D&D that actually focused on it.
Yeah.
It's been there, but focused on? No.
D&D is the most fight your problems game ever.
It is. It really is.
Because it is simultaneously easy to fight your problems and the way you get the most stuff. Just like why it's, for example, Shadowrun. Big bingo card, that one, by the way. Will be like, oh, you want to fight these guys? Well, the main thing you're going to lose is ammo. Are you going to loot anything good off of some guards? Probably not.
No.
So you might catch a bullet, and catching 1 or 2 bullets is bad. So maybe find a way around those guys, stuff like that. You know, I don't know. You know what? Many games don't have that they should have, like a mechanic for retreating from a fight.
Yeah, like most games just don't.
Yeah.
And the thing is that whenever a game does include retreating, it's usually like Fabula Ultima, where it's just happens, like because everybody's downed, so it just happens. Mm-hmm. Or it's like Blades in the Dark, where okay, well, you've taken your last point of stress, you go crazy, and we find you in downtime later, drunk in a bar. Like, where's the retreat part? Like, come on.
Yeah.
We can do this. And I feel like more games need to have that because the whole... One of the things that Shadowrun really taught me more than any other game ever did, because it's really the only one that cared about it, was achieving your objective, then getting the fuck out. Yeah. Like, Vampire did it too to some degree, but not the same degree at all. But Shadowrun was very focused on that, and more games should have that as a thing.
Yeah.
Or have a clock.
Yes. The issue with that is in computer games, usually fighting is the only way to even get ahead at all.
Yeah.
And that's... But anyway, that's not neither here nor there. So we are scrolling past the monster manual because I don't care.
Yeah.
Rival Academy. It's just like, what is this? Inspiration of this next Pathfinder monk or wizard will want to pick. Oh, it's a class book.
Yeah, it's a class book.
Monk or wizard? Somehow I know which has more pages.
Yeah, I can already figure that out. Yeah.
Guide to the yokai realms. Like, this is only interesting in that you would have an Eastern theme. Guide to monster hunting. 600-page tome packed with exciting new content to enhance your 5e game. Okay.
Yeah.
And is this also 5e? Oh, we don't get to know because this link. It is. Okay, wonderful. Starfinder. Yeah. No thanks.
No.
Even if 2e maybe fixes some of the 1e problems, I'm not keen on.
No, like what it does is it turns it into Pathfinder 2e problems instead.
Yeah.
So,
like, I remember 1e having that giant book of weapons where it's just like, oh, this laser gun is better than the one you have because it's for level 5 people, because technically by that point they have enough money, dollars, to pay for it. And I'm like, what if I just find it somewhere? Oh, you won't. The DM won't drop it for you. So we are literally fighting idiot mooks that have no power to start. Because that's what we are. Yeah, that's what we are, says the game. And then I'm like, why? Why is this like... Yeah. Sorry, rant time. if you're making a game where it doesn't make narrative sense that anyone should survive being shot, then don't make it level based with lots of hit points. Make there be some other way to fight. Make there be some other way to get XP, and make there be some other way to enhance your character. It isn't gain level up, gain hit points. It's stupid. It's just like, oh, my pistol does 2d6 damage. I'm a 10th level guy in D&D Modern, and I put all my points all my levels in the fighter equivalent. So I have like 100 hit points. So if I shoot myself in the head with my pistol, I can do that until it's empty, and then I have to reload, and then I have to do it more. Because otherwise I don't die. Like, it's fucking stupid.
It's so stupid.
And yes, I know narrative trumps hit points, but whatever, in the case I just mentioned. But I hate it. It's so much better when it's like a somewhat chance-based thing, like Shadowrun once more, where your hit points are usually, unless you're building very specific, very tanky characters, the hit points are quite limited. And if you make the super tanky characters, then they look like a tank. And you're like, okay, it makes sense why this guy doesn't care about a 9mm getting shot at him.
Yeah, like, that is one of the things about Shadowrun that I've always really valued very deeply, is the fact that when you build something that is a particular thing, you are going to visually reflect that particular thing.
Yeah.
Whereas there are other games where that just never happens. And that's part of the frustration I have with a lot of games that are just like, just flavor it. Yeah, but my monk that has a strength of 20 should have like abs like steel. Like, it shouldn't be, oh, they just know how to leverage their strength better. No, fuck you. Come on. Let's actually make my choices matter for how my character looks and the other things. And that's why I love Shadowrun so much for that reason.
Oh, the Final Fantasy TTRPG is what you were talking about. Well, that's fair. I don't know what's in that one. We'll see eventually. And then the real one I want to have, and I want to look into, is the Adventures in Ankh-Morpork RPG Discworld, coming out from Modiphius, who have nailed every single theme game they've ever made, so this should be good. And the other one that's not on this list, but that I also want, is the Monty Python RPG.
Which they've started shipping.
Nice.
So eventually somebody will have a PDF floating around. So, and then I'll grab it, and then we'll review it, because that's worth reviewing.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of feelies with it, including something that almost looks like Battleship, except you're flinging peasants across a wall. So that's one of the things, is like they went all out with that one. Also, it's one of the few D30 systems that exist.
And it wants to be extra, which I understand.
Yeah, they wanted to be extra. They
really want that is part of the value proposition if you want that game, and I do.
It is, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm really looking forward to the Pratchett stuff, because, again, it's Modiphius. They'll be doing something that's not their 2D20 mechanics. What's referred to as the Narrativium system. Good on you for deciding, no, we're not going to do exactly the same thing we've been doing repeatedly.
And both Modiphius and the Monty Python thing, they are going to stand and fall by how funny they can be.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, even the best game makers can fail at making a funny game. We have seen that.
Yeah, repeatedly.
So this is also why I'm curious to look at them.
Yeah. Then there's just like, Discworld has a lot of meat to it. There's so much lore that you can just dig into if you just want to like even do a self-serious but funny things happen game. And then in case of Monty Python, well, it's literally called, what is it, Medieval Reenactment Program?
Yeah.
So like, It's
I
intentionally
I
supposed to be funny from the outset.
I really hope I end up playing a 5th level lapper in that laps as a knight.
Oh, that's good. I
Like, and
like
then
that
I
a
can
lot.
take different roles as different people in the game. And
Oh
then
man.
if I'm low on money, I get hired as an NPC and I have to play the NPC and stuff. That should be the focus of that game. Like, oh, you are a 10th level Shakespearean actor. Well, it sucks to be you. We only need a squire that collects the coconuts together. And then you get the one squire who steals the show.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Huh. It makes me wonder, was there ever a Blackadder RPG?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's a good question.
And yes, it makes also I agree with you, Atta, it makes total sense for the Discworld game to be like using narrativum as its currency / whatever resolution mechanic.
Yep.
If this is a big Asmodeus game using diceless mechanics, I will be very happy. Not because they're necessarily like diceless, but because I think it's if anyone can make that quite interesting, it would be Modifius.
Somebody suggested doing Warhammer 40K, but doing it with the characters from Blackadder, like the World War One version of it.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
The problem is that it's not really. Oh, that wouldn't work. I don't think
That
that
would
would
get
work.
so dark so quickly, people.
Yeah, it really would. It's basically though. Basically, that is Blackadder 40K would be something that would be made today.
Yeah.
It sounds perfect.
It does. Or Blackadder Vermintide.
Oh no. He inexplicably drives the little car.
Yes.
That's the ultimate. That's your F ability.
Oh my god. That's good. Oh, that's good. Fuck.
Yeah.
See, like there's so much potential for so much stuff that it's nostalgic for both of us. But I encounter people in the wild who are like total zoomers who are just like, yeah, Discworld. I grew up reading that.
Yeah.
And it's a thing, it's a phenomenon. It's got teeth, it's got meat to it that a lot of people can really sink their teeth into.
It's also
really
genuinely timeless. Just great. Because a lot of books are gonna be like out of time soon after they're published, but Discworld just ain't. Like,
no.
Man, it's just good. All right. Is there other games? Is there more articles we could look at? I don't know. Is there more games anyone is interested in? Chat, maybe? Do you have one that you would love to see be good when it comes out?
You
mentioned stuff earlier. Okay, let me look. Ars, a Kickstarter for Ars Magica at the end of last year. There's also the new edition of Talis Lanta. Not that anyone cares.
No. Oh my goodness, Talis Lanta. Look at the fact that like that's even a word being spoken in 2025.
Oh my god, is there a website legit not HTTPS in 2025? That's amazing. That's amazing. Like, if you don't know how bad that is, folks, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. There's this other game that has been getting a lot of mention on EN World. I will link the article to it.
Okay, one second.
Legend of the Mist. Or Legend in the Mist, sorry.
Well, I want to look at this for a second more before we go there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Talis Lanta, like, there's so much that could be said about it because it's been around for so long, too. I know one day we'll actually sit and open up one of the books and go, okay, so this is why we're going to talk about this today. Because it's like we're opening a fucking time capsule of 35 years
Is
ago.
this website just out of date as fuck?
Yeah. Like, this is what it is, yeah.
Okay, they got 150,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait, this is for 5e, isn't it? What?
No, they have their own system. It's 6th edition.
Okay. Because half of these had 5e on them. Oh well. Better art than D&D. Say that much.
Yeah, there's one thing I will say. Talos Lanta has always had decent art.
Yeah. Because this says 5e.
5e. That's
Is this...
Talos Lanta 5e. It's not 5e D&D.
Yeah, but I know. But this website does, because it's supposed to be 6th edition coming out, right? What is this? Why does it say 5e? I'm confused.
That's weird.
Like, you are linking us to a back the project thing. And what is this article from Digital Time? Confusion.
What the heck? Oh, they basically, as part of the crowdfunding, they were saying, but you can get the 5th edition book still.
Oh.
Which I'm like, what? Why would you do that?
Because they had them, probably.
That's...
Oh yeah, you get the 5e book. In case you want to play it now, maybe. Actually, maybe that's probably the reason. Like, oh, if you want to play now, it's 5e. But we also have 6e for you. Well, fair enough. One day we'll look at this. Sense. I'm not really keen on fantasy games right now.
The only time that I'm like super keen on it is if it actually like gives me something new, something fresh, something that's different instead of just D&D slop. Because it's, I think that's just the term I need to start using now is D&D slop. Because there's so many things that just are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's the new thing? Like, in my perfect world, Keith Baker would be releasing something for his own like setting that's like Eberron that uses its own rules because it's the most not D&D like D&D setting. So
I guess this like the size of it or get it bigger. Why map makers? Why is this the river here? If all it does is go out here as well. It's not how rivers work.
This feels like a map from a CRPG. Like,
yeah.
where the rivers are there to prevent you from going over there because you're not level 10 yet. That's what it feels like.
I like that we have the big desert in the middle and then this one green place is green. I guess that's where the elves are.
That's probably where the elves are. Or the gnomes or something.
Be a lake that gathers from the mountains and 2 rivers run out of it to the sea. Which is not a stable system, Etta. One of those rivers will, over time, like, be abandoned. Also, there is no inflow. Look, here's a lake that makes sense. This doesn't make sense. These are a bunch of volcanoes as well. All of these are volcanoes.
Oh, they have the drag from World of Warcraft. Okay. Like, that's one of the other things about Talos Lanta is like they were just like, we don't have elves. We're not generic fantasy. And they proceed to be as generic as fuck about somebody.
Which is precisely why I said this is probably where the elves live and you didn't even notice. In the moment, it's just like, it makes sense that the elf lives there. Never mind that tagged on is that there aren't any elves.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just rolled with it because it was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what people do that say, oh, we don't have X thing. They introduce Y thing that's just like X.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they always do.
Elves. We have the Mer, and we have the Dunmer, which are dark elves, and we have the Outmer, which are the light elves. We are very original over here in Bethesda country.
Yeah, and like whenever I tell people, well, yeah, the orcs are kind of elf, just like
Mm.
Tolkien, then they look at me funny, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
that's exactly what they did. They copied Tolkien's homework. That's what they did.
Yeah. I like that Kang, the Kang Empire is. Yeah, like that Kang from Simpsons fell on his feet and will get an empire. I mean,
And Homer is still voting for the other guy to
yeah,
this
for
day.
Kodos, yeah. And Kodos, as you
Exactly.
notice, Kodos couldn't get his own empire. It's
No,
nowhere to be seen.
no.
So
Democracy, that's how
that
it works,
space
kids.
laser must have worked, guys. Isn't it
Yep,
nice?
it
Yeah.
worked just fine.
Anyway,
Yep.
yeah, that's Atlanta,
Oh,
which is clear.
yeah.
One day we'll look at that. I like that they have
We'll
like
look at it when we're bored.
the planets here and little shit like that. That's nice.
I like stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so as much as we're dogging on it for being generic D&D slop, they still thought about stuff, which is important.
Yeah.
There's so many of these things that just they don't think about stuff.
Yeah.
And a setting where they think about stuff like, Dark Sun, Eberron, etc. Like, cool. You thought about stuff. That's what I want.
Mm.
That's what removes you from the generic D&D slop immediately, as if you just thought about stuff at all.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why whenever I look at like the Tal'Darai setting, I'm just like falling asleep in the book.
Yeah.
Because the last time I looked at like I think it was the regular book or was the Wildemount? I don't remember. I looked at one of the books and I was just bored because it's just like, this doesn't give me anything new. This is just clearly, well, we designed this world. We're doing live streams of it.
Mm.
That's it. And that's fine. That's cool if that's what the people want. But it's not going to be doing anything that's going to be daring for you.
Yeah, it's not like I can do that myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's Atlanta. Now we have Legend of the Mist beats Discords and Dolomwoods in most anticipated year, which is 2025 vote. Okay. Huh.
Princess Mononoke meets Lord of the Rings, which I'm like, okay.
Interesting.
You have my attention.
Interesting. Trying to see. Do we get like a pitch for what actual game system they're using, if any?
There's the game's Kickstarter link there.
Yeah.
The paragraph. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god. Yes, thank you for the pop-ups. Let's updates. Let's go to campaign. Okay. Rustic Fantasy.
I like the acorn die there.
Yeah, this is. I wonder. Looks cool. I like the art again. So much better than what D&D is doing. I'm sorry.
Very compelling. Very. I want to play one of these people.
Yeah. Tell me what game system you're using. God damn it. Like, I want a quick explanation only. It's fine. Oh, the script has no stats. Okay.
This is a tag game. Okay.
So set players, characters are made pure of tags. Detail can affect gameplay, not only physical, mental ability. Okay. So free form. Players roll 2d6 dice and add the action's power. Power stands for all the factors that affect your action. Every attack in the game, blah, blah. Okay, so we are playing d6 plus something against target number. Okay.
Yep, PBTA. This is what that is. 2d6 plus number. Yep. Which, it
depends what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
It depends what they're doing with it.
Like I can't argue with 2d6 plus number because that's what Disco Elysium did, and it was fine.
Yeah. Well, they had skills, though. And you could just have, 18 in a skill.
Yep.
You can get back at that Waggles playthrough. Level parties, play in any setting. Yeah, I mean... Interesting.
It's by the same people who did City of Mist.
That one was okay. I remember taking a peek.
That was probably one of the best examples of PBTA. So.
What else? And I mentioned something more. Ars Magica Definitive Edition.
Oh no.
God, Ars Magica.
Oh no.
Can I not copy out of this Twitch? Am I not allowed? You have to be very careful. This is just a PDF file. Oh no, that's it. That is their logo. Never mind. What is it with gold trimmed books?
Yeah. It's just constantly happening now too, especially. And what is this with this definitive edition thing too?
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the things that I did like when they did the 20th anniversary edition series for Vampire Mage, etc. They never call it a definitive edition. It's just an anniversary edition. That's all, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you're printing a 600-page book in full color and stuff. Don't get me wrong. This is like a bit the get for your super fans then mostly.
Yeah, it is. And this is one of the things that's the anti D&D slop is when you have everything in one book.
True, definitely good.
Because that's I mentioned it before, put it on the bingo card. I hate it when we have to buy 3 books to play a game. Or when it's assumed we need to buy 3 books to play a game.
Yeah, it is just kind of stupid.
It's stupid. I don't like it. I like the all-in-one.
Like,
because the other half of it is that then the player who's just like, maybe I want to DM someday, they already have it in front of them. They don't need to buy another book.
Yeah. And also, it's from a time where the DM shit was supposed to be like straight up adversarial.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were supposed to not know what the DM stuff actually is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just we're out of those times and stupid.
We're so far out of those times. Now we're in the time of, hey, players, you need to come up with a location for the setting. You need to write it out.
Yeah.
Like, you need to contribute to the setting itself, which I prefer that very much so.
Yes.
Very much so.
And that time would maybe scoff a bit at a 900-page tome. Because I think one of the good parts of having an all-in-one book is that it kind of forces people to also get to the point a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, how we looked at the game that we looked at last week, which was just like, our combat, here's 2 pages. Now let's get to the interesting part. Yep. It was the D&D game. Like, the D&D style roll over D20 plus that game. The 100 pages in the player's handbook for 505 are fighting, exhaustively explaining to you how you move 30 feet in a turn.
Yeah.
Like, and then knowing what the DM guide actually includes, you can just basically not have it in the 50 pages of DM info in there. And then Monster Manual as a separate book, I'm more defensible. Especially in a game like with an extensive bestiary that is kind of iconic. Like D&D has iconic monsters, to be clear. But at least the DM stuff and the player stuff should be one book. And then that one book should include at least a bunch of monsters, so you have stuff to tide you over.
Yeah, basis.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Right there with
like
the only game that I've been like, okay, it's fine that it's 900 pages is Mage of the Ascension, but it's Mage of the Ascension.
Yeah, that's
not every game should be like Mage of the Ascension. Only Mage of the Ascension should be like Mage of the Ascension.
I would argue only Mage of the Ascension can be like Mage of the Ascension. There couldn't be 2 of it.
They've tried, but that's why we don't play Continuum.
Yeah, but like I said, there can't be 2 of it.
Can't be. That's how you get frag. Yep.
Okay, it's open license. Okay, they're doing the right words here. Like open license, good in current year.
Yeah. To comment on that for just a second, more and more games are moving in that direction. The only ones that aren't are like GURPS, Palladium, and there's a few others that are just like holding steadfast to the idea of not having an open license. More and more, even Modifius is like considering, why don't we do that for 2D20? They're considering it because they did it for the Mutant Year Zero stuff, and people have been making stuff for that. So it's just one of those things where it's just like being tight-fisted about this has just led to issues. It just has. But then the space explodes whenever we just let it open. Because third edition, like everybody wrote something for third edition. Everybody did.
Yeah. And it is just the fact that the time of, you have to buy the book because there's no other way to get the TTRPG is just fucking over.
It's over. It's over.
It's 10 times easier to find a PDF online even after certain sites died than it is to find most TTRPG books in a store.
Yeah, it is. It just is.
Like most of the games we reviewed last year, I couldn't go to my local store and buy.
No, there's just no way.
I could possibly order some of them, but also many of them I couldn't.
Yeah. Couldn't, and then like let's say we go to eBay because we can only get an eBay. I'm not going to pay $150 for it. Thanks.
No, I don't really need to pay $150 to play. What was the real stinker from last year? What was the Swan game?
Oh yeah,
the
Iron
old
Swan?
game, Iron Swan. Yeah. God damn, that game is so shitty.
It's such a painful game. Like that's the big thing right now. Also, is it's just like the ones that we've reviewed that we gave really high marks to. Also, coincidentally, were the ones that had the testicular fortitude to say, "Here, have this for free."
Yeah.
Because like Eclipse Phase, like if you or I finally sat down and said, we just need to play it.
Yeah.
We just haven't together. We need to just do it. We would, because it's that cool. It's that good.
It is that cool.
And same thing with SCP, and same thing with a number of other things. It's just that so many people right now have this grind set with their new cool IP that they're just like, I need to charge $50 for this. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't.
I'm not sure how many people actually like Ars Magica, but to be clear, this is the right way forward. To be like, okay, we have our rules out there, like factually they're out there. We can't stop that. But here's a really cool product to put on like your shelf or to play with if you are a super fan.
Yeah, real value add, because you look at it, it's gorgeous, it's full color, has great art. I presume that because this is a definitive edition, they have here's the history of Ars Magica in there or something.
Yeah.
Like stuff that you'd want in a definitive edition.
Yeah. I guess not. They don't have a history thing, but there could be a text in the 600 pages, I suppose.
I mean, like 2 pages saying, hey, first edition, we did this and that, but then we changed it for second edition in this way. Anything. A foreword that's a page or two that talks about that.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things I liked about the 20th anniversary edition spreads.
Yes.
For all the classic World of Darkness stuff, was they did all that. They talked about all that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what...
sorry, continue.
I feel like that's what Catalyst or whoever it is now that owns them should be doing with Shadowrun, or should have done in 6th edition, was, hey, here's why we changed things. Something.
Maybe if they had wrote that, they would have realized that the changes are bad.
Yeah, exactly. Some self-awareness is required.
Yeah. And yes, I mean, I said this before, say it again. Especially with Kickstarter, where there's like, they know how many they have to make in advance and stuff like that, right? And then if they want to make more and maybe sell them later, they can. But they have at least an idea of, okay, $840,000. I assume that means we have at least like 1,000 people who want this product. Because I assume you don't get this for under $100. Yeah, $150. So it's like 600 people or whatever actually paid for this. Probably less because they're probably like more crowdfunding as tiers, you know, how that shit works. So that's not a ton, but it's going to keep whoever makes this eating for the next year or two.
Oh yeah, and that's another consideration with this. Is it's just like if you do a product like this, fuck, I know there'd be 1,000 people who pay $150 for that.
Yeah.
But when we look at 5.05 edition, people don't want to pay $50 for what they're being given. They just don't.
Yep.
And
so, what do you mean 50? It's 70.
Yeah, that's why I said 50, because it's just like even at 50 they don't want to buy it.
my point with pointing out that it's 70 is that the trifecta of books you need to play 505 has more money than this definitive edition of a full game. And yeah, sure, those D&D books are technically in color, but you also know that the print quality is not great and the binding sucks because they have been sucking.
Drives me crazy because I remember there was a period of time for second edition where it was okay, and then through the start of third edition was fine. 3.5 when they started moving to full color for everything, binding was pretty good, but then as soon as fourth edition dropped, oh my god, it just dropped off like a fucking stone.
I never had fourth edition books, but I heard about that. Yeah.
Well, that's the reason why they started doing this, emphasizing the slipcases with fourth edition onward. It was because, this will keep it together better, and it's just because you're being lazy with the binding.
Hey, the books I have don't have slipcases for 5e.
Oh my god, that's painful.
I think maybe the different printer, maybe from in the EU. I don't know.
I don't know.
Does it make sense to? It probably doesn't make sense to ship printed books over en masse from America to here. Probably
no.
I have one of the books here because I was using it as a coaster. Fuck, the page is stuck. Oh no, you can hear my Game Master book rip live. Who cares?
Rip live. Rip.
So printed in. Where did you get printed? Printed in the USA. Never mind. It's an original US book. I think this was always fucked. I don't think I did this.
Probably always fucked.
Oh well. Just whenever open these books to play with it again anyway.
Yeah.
Because full disclosure, folks, my monitor stands are Pathfinder first edition books I also won't ever use again. And when I got my new monitor, I thought I needed some new standy books, but I didn't end up needing them. It's why those books are still here.
My second monitor, it has full collected works of H.P. Lovecraft, the Clue Classic Mystery Game Box, a couple other things.
Oh, no. For me, it's all Pathfinder first edition. Right now.
Oh, that's so funny.
One of those books is glued to this table with candle wax, so I'm not sure how to get that off outside of just a little spatula.
Oh,
when
yeah,
the time comes.
Spatula.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Right, book new release games.
Yeah, it's new release games that we don't use as monitor.
Yeah. I must say, okay, this is of course the most anticipated games. What I anticipate doing this year as well, though, is looking at more free games. Because the more I've been looking at modern free games, which is the crux here, modern, the less gap I see between them and what we have to pay money for. Like SCP, Game of the Year for us. It was really a surprise.
Yeah.
Does it cost anything?
Super surprising.
No. Does the author comment on the episode on YouTube on our episode? Yes, he does. Thanked us for giving it the fair shake.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, okay, I assume it's the author. I don't have positive proof. But I also assume no one impersonates him because he's not really like, no offense to you, man, but you're not. Neither of us are big enough to have imposters.
No. No.
I want to wait. I know
Like just looking at itch for free TTRPGs, there's so many things here that like even if they were short ones, we could grab 5 of them and review them. Like Briar and Bramble, where you just play cute woodland creatures.
Can I go to it? Like, no. Why would I be able to go to it, right? Okay. Thanks, YouTube. So what were you saying?
What I was saying is like itch.io has the tag that's just free TTRPGs. And there's just so many of them. Like Briar and Bramble is one of them we might review, where it's just play cute woodland creatures. That's just it. That's all it is. Probably review that along 4 other ones. But the whole point is that there's just so much stuff here that there's something in here for somebody. Oh yeah, and then somebody put esoteric ebb on here too. Forgot about that. I don't know if anybody knows about that. This is me probably going a little far afield here, but Esoteric Ebb is somebody who, or is a game by somebody who decided, let's do Disco Elysium, but instead you play a cleric from D&D. And it's actually really, really good what he's done so far. So,
Yeah.
What else do they have? There's just so much. If you just scroll through it, oh my goodness.
Can you give me a link for this when I can scroll?
Yeah, I'll give you a link. Yeah, because there's just a lot. It's just so many things.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Yeah, like
really insane, but in like a good way. And some of these are free CRPGs also.
Oh yeah. Oh no, Clown Motel. I have to open this. I'm sorry. Clown Weapon Sheet 2, Clown Weapon Sheet, Creature Sheet, Clown Core, Clown Motel character. Oh no.
Oh no.
Clown Motel is an experience. It feels a little disorganized, and it's not 100% clear to me how every part of it works, but it's also bristling with energy and creativity. Also, you play as what I'm assuming are Spec Ops clowns. We need more games like that. Yeah, see?
Oh my god.
I agree.
See? Yeah.
Spec Ops clowns, that's good. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, shout out to Clown Motel with this guy.
Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Is just the fact that there's going to be something there for you, whoever you are.
Yeah.
And it might be Clown Motel. It might be Pastel Melancholy. It might be Zombies and Ziggurats. It might be Delete This Character. Who knows? Like,
let Amberthrax die. What the hell? Methods of Foggy Veil is dead. 6.5 years of adventure encounters run dungeons dead, blah blah. And it's Oscar's fault. First he steals your owl's name, then he takes the curse at him because it must be the legendary dude. And he runs away with the final encounter. Who even does that? It's late now because you're pissed off. The gods pissed the gods off, stopping the sacrifice of the evening princess. What the hell is this?
What the fuck?
I'm not clicking, but I'm very interested.
Yeah. See, like that's again, like I guess just what I said. Like there are people just posting shit like this, and then there are people clicking on it, and then there's sometimes people leaving comments about this kind of thing, and it's like.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like this is where this is where I thrive.
Yeah, this is the
frontier.
This is the this is nice. This is the issue between God. Oh no. Okay. Like there's like stuff jumps out at you immediately. The problem is that it is such a mountain of content that is very difficult to pass it. And realize if it's
there's a lot of garbage.
Like, is Ewok God worth a look? Possibly. I like how it looks here. It's also only 2 megabyte PDF. Okay, so it's probably pretty easy. And then this Verse Knave. which I don't. What do we get here? Verse name PDF, verse setting. Okay. Like this is not AI art, I don't think.
No, that's I think art from Worlds Without Number.
Yeah, it could be. I like Baroque science fantasy. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, like there's something to be said for that. There's something to be said for that. Because it's not like grimdark, but at the same time, it's like, well, things are extravagant and big, like in Dune, but it's still also dark.
Yeah, my ideal world is kind of in the middle between these two. It is sure. Let's have the H page, and have thousands of games here.
Yeah.
This is also somewhere in here is the Final Fantasy game we reviewed recently.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like things like that exist in this space.
But also have a bunch of games that are popular that people play that aren't just one game.
Yeah.
Like I really, really need D&D to not be the top dog anymore, please.
Yeah, because this, like this is making me flash back to the early 2000s when everybody was releasing their own third edition spin-off that had like ideas that were better than third edition.
Yeah.
And here we're just like we're in the space of people who played Powered by the Apocalypse and are just like, I didn't really enjoy it. I want to do something better than this, or something that's tailored to this particular entrance. Like 5 clowns walk into a bank. Like that one just jumped out at me as you're scrolling by. Like it's just stuff. And
yeah, the clown aficionados are eating good on this page. If you just like,
yeah. And then people will post their SRDs up, like Vagrant Ace SRD. Like they'll just post it here.
Yeah.
And
like there's legitimately endless content here. But also, where's Cookie Clicker here? I think we might have gone too far in some places.
Well, some of the stuff that's in here is CRPGs also, isn't just tabletop. Like
yeah, but it's fucking Cookie. It's fucking Cookie Clicker.
It's fucking Cookie Clicker.
Why is it here?
It's just Cookie Clicker for free. Please subscribe.
You should. I don't think this is the real Cookie Clicker. I don't know. I don't know what gave it away, but I think it might be not the real Cookie Clicker.
What? You might not be the real thing, sir.
Oh my god. Oh, and then we actually at the bottom of it. Wow.
Yeah.
It's actually, I thought I could scroll longer, but like, yeah, there's a lot here.
There's still a lot here, yeah.
And not all of it is free necessarily, I don't think. Some of it might have.
All of this it should be free. It's all tagged free.
Oh, because of the free tag. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then there's stuff that's like low cost also here too that isn't in this list but just is on the website. It's like, okay, can you give me $2 for this, please? That's like, cool, $2. $2 for your 80-page whatever. Yeah, the inevitable fireball. Oh my god, that's a name.
Wait, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
To
the left, yeah.
Now, if it's in Act 1, it has to go off in the third act. And you send your van of wizards on a journey to the desert town of Chestnut, where the Majorcracy are on the hunt for a magical artifact. Where's the inevitable fireball? When will it go off? Who's the talking horse? Rate and comment. Each purchase guarantees community copies. Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like
see this
again. My issue is: do I personally spend time to look at it to make sure it's like interesting? Actually, it's not just a little meme. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. That's part of the appeal of it for me is just the fact that this exists and it's okay for him to post it there.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the stodgy RPG aficionado would be like, no, I'm not even going to give this the time of day. And I'm like, come on. What?
Is this just the... Can I just download... What the fuck?
That's weird.
Update to Gangrel? What the hell?
Update to Gangrel.
Okay. Okay, you win. You win, guy. You win. I'm downloading your book. What is this?
Is this just World of Darkness but different? Is this what we're doing?
Is it different? Character creation.
Alright, pick a concept.
I want to see a sheet. Merits and flaws. Points. Okay, we're definitely playing weird WOD here. What the fuck? Like, There is a certain level of boards just call it the same thing as this game that exists, with no subtitle for what we are reading. Maybe it has like a page in the front that explains itself a little. Wait, this is just a text deck for darkness, though. What?
What?
You just rewrite details of this. This is weird. I don't understand
That's
it.
Weird. That's so
But
weird.
You have an author page at the end? No, it just ends. Okay.
That's very weird. Huh.
Well, that's certainly a thing that exists. Right, Requiem rules. I'm fascinated. Okay, this looks different. Okay. So if I look at a Magi... Oh, look, there's Giovanni in here. Okay.
Okay, so this is definitely different from normal Vampire the Requiem. Okay.
This is very different. Could we have like the fact that there's most of the clans in here? Like not necessarily all, but there's a lot more than in the normal book. Bloodline disciplines, blood sorcery, cative disciplines. Oh, look, it's old school. It costs Vitae. There's no rouse check. Okay, now I know what this is.
Yeah.
This is someone who didn't like rouse checks and made their own version of the game.
Yeah, this is somebody who liked Vampire the Masquerade and Vampire the Requiem and did their own thing.
God, the best, they didn't like the best part of it. They wanted the Vitae.
I want the Vitae back.
Okay. My.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's interesting. Okay, yeah. Like, people put stuff like that on here,
You should probably be a little more forthcoming with that information in this.
Yeah, probably. Instead of us having to be detectives about it.
Yeah. I'm saying there isn't a room for that. I would disagree that that getting rid of rouse checks is a good idea, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm done scrolling itch. What else is there to talk about?
Man, we covered some interesting stuff today.
We sure did. This is kind of short though for an episode, isn't it?
It doesn't help that I'm low energy.
Oh, you linked one. Let's look at that. Oh, never mind. It's just this. It's the first one that comes up.
That again.
This looks cool.
Yeah, that looks cool.
2030 solo game where you explore wasteland scavenging for scrap to sell to the next settlement. Okay. Solo games are not my bag, but looks cool. Oh. And so I sent something. Let's see what that might be. Click Kickstarter project for Crucible of Ether. I like that there's a robot man and then there's also a druid man. So is it like a what do we have here? Player empowering tabletop RPG where the skills you use shape your journey. Explore unparalleled character creation and progression, visceral high-stakes combat, and an intuitive skill system encourages the table to solve problems in unique and interesting ways. Nice. Okay. How much money do they get? So they got 10k out of 5k, and it's just started. Okay. What makes you interested in this, Summit? So origins, home nation, trades, backgrounds, careers, transportations. I'm never a fan of home nation stuff because that's like how do I put this? As potentially an author being racist. I'm not saying these guys are, but I'm saying that's where that leads. If you're like, oh, all people from this place, they innately know how to sail. Like, nah, they don't. Shut up. And so shared also is in a fantasy world going through industrial revolution. You know what? Yeah, that part is cool. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm doing my due diligence and looking up this company and these people.
So now, is this a D100 system?
This is the D100 system.
Okay. Oh no, Sana doesn't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I like the designs that I'm seeing. I like this that they have weird feet. I like that. Like all the people here seem to have weird feet. I'm here for that. Credits to the bottom. Okay, it's no more weird feet. Yeah, there's some feet aficionados. The team. Jackie Prince is Crucibles of Ether's lead designer. She has spent over a decade passionately bringing the eldritch world of COA to life. As an avid TTRPG fan of 2 decades, Jackie has sought to create a truly immersive experience by taking inspiration from the simulationist games of her youth, Cyberpunk, Dark Heresy, Warhammer Fantasy, and combining them with modern storytelling and world-building sensibilities. She has a particular devotion to queer and trans narratives. Nice. Jackie believes in spotlighting those who have been kept out of epic fantasy spaces for too long. Nice.
This has a lot of DNA with Warhammer Fantasy. The career progression system, the D100, a bunch of other reasons. So, also the fact that you have primary and secondary attributes for things.
Product made by humans, very nice. Risk intelligence always, we might not be able to make it. Yeah. Oh yeah. How the progressions work. Like I like that there's a lot of different races and stuff. It's always fun. Yeah, it is fun, fully funded, but like they probably would like more money than 10k. Not saying that they won't be happy having it funded, but I mean.
Okay. The other thing, I just wanted to make sure that the guy who made I'm going to mispronounce it every time. I'm sorry. Zweihander, the creator of that.
That's fine. It's a German word. You don't have Zweihander.
Zweihander? Okay, yes. Thank you. Daniel D. Fox, he's not affiliated with this. So that's good. And for a second there, I was like, oh shit, is he affiliated with this one? Because it looks like something he would be affiliated with. But
okay.
Not, so.
Okay, good. Yeah, that game is not great.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that anything based on Warhammer Fantasy is bad. I'm just saying that he took it in a direction that was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, as soon as you made the comment about this could get into problematic territory, what they're saying here, I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Is he affiliated with this?
It's just a comment when I see any game where a home nation influences your character starting stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, to an extent, it's defensible, but it can easily be, well, you're from Britain. I guess that means you get +2 to intellect. Ho ho.
Yeah.
By the way, British person wrote this book.
Yeah. It's more in the Warhammer Fantasy sense, like
Yeah,
a human from this place is different than a human from this place because blah 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 culture.
yeah. Hopefully, but I mean, I'm giving them benefit of the doubt.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely give them the benefit of the doubt on that.
Just felt like it needed to be at
Because
least
like, look,
pointed out on that.
they have cat boys, so I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean,
Clearly they're up to something.
wait. Notice how there's like these four photogenic people appear, but then in the small one you have this guy. I love this guy.
Yeah, I like that guy a lot.
Look at this Roman senator slash party animal.
Yeah.
Why is he
I
not
like
on
him a
your main
lot.
thing? I love him.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm here for this. I would like to look at this when it's like closer to being done, which they are not this year though. If the Kickstarter is still going, it won't be out this year.
And Sundered, there are D100 games that are good, like Eclipse Phase.
Yeah.
So you don't rule it out because it's D100. You don't know what the cool little mechanics they might have along with it, because there is always the possibility of that.
The trick to making a good D100 system is to make it so that a 50 in something doesn't mean it's 50% chance to fail.
Yeah.
Because usually, because if you just do the Cthulhu thing, that's exactly how it works, and that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
And Eclipse Phase does it by usually making checks actually easier than your skill, or giving you a very high skill number. That's also very possible.
And there have been a couple that were not very popular that were D100 plus a number.
Yeah.
Which is like D20, but you know, so it's D100 versus target number.
Yeah. If you just times 5 everything in 5e, it's a D100 game.
Yeah, there you go, Sundered. See, it was a D100 game all along. Aren't you proud?
I think we're doing some of this service here. Yeah.
You hate roll under? Well, then roll over. Go on, show us your belly. Good boy.
Like this seems to be roll under as well, though, because your number go up. So you should expect to roll under.
Yep.
But of course, you could do it like you have to reach like 100 total, and then you roll your D100 plus Streetwise, so plus 68 is your total. That's how you would do a rollover system in any D100 game, of course, but whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Like, I like the art in this. Of those littlest here. Like this cat soldier.
Yeah, lady. I really do. I like the cat people that they put in here quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Because they look like something that you would expect, but then they look slightly different.
Yeah. They don't look overly anime cute. So I guess what I would say to that.
Yeah, I like some grit to my cat boys.
Yeah. So we are funded. That was on January 15th. Yeah, they're doing it. Short story, okay. Yeah, I mean, funded. Good job. But again, this is not coming out this year, so it's kind of out of scope almost for what we are doing.
Unfortunately, but at the same time, interesting.
Yeah.
I like the name also, Crucible of Aether. I mean, come on. Like, we're finally getting creative with names again, you know? It's...
like TTRPG books. I wonder if there's like a way we can just tell the algorithm to not search for D&D in that. EN World. Okay, sure. Let's have one more look at something. So Starfighter Alien, the role-playing game Evolved Edition.
Yeah.
Well, if you put in how to actually play your game past one session, then
Yeah.
good job. Of course, it's a Kickstarter. Oh, it's launching soon. And sorry, that's then it's even less applicable. It was definitely coming out this year. 13th Age, second edition. Okay.
Yeah, that's coming back.
Coriolis the Great Dark. That is kind of interesting. That is hard ass sci-fi.
That one's hard ass sci-fi.
So this was updated on December. It's fair enough. They made this is sick. So Swedish krona.
Yeah.
Okay. They made lots of money then. Wow.
Yeah. Coriolis is basically their not based on anything IP.
Yeah.
It uses also 2D20.
It's a very not Star Sector game. I mean, the art is great. Very lived in, like look at this.
I fucking love it actually, yeah. Like I'd give it a fair shake.
Yeah, for sure. Oh no, special dice.
Oh wait. These are no, I was wrong. This is your Zero engine. Never mind. So this is Vaesen in space.
Spacin'. Yay.
Spacin'. There we go.
If it's Vaesen in space, we really liked Vaesen, so hey, let's go.
Let's go.
So, mighty great ship. Ooh.
Oh, and then yeah, the other thing is that the setting is sort of like oh, what the fuck? There was that Dieselpunk game that was like between World War I and World War II. I forget the name of suddenly. Oh shit!
Iron
It was
Harvest?
a board game, then became a computer game.
Iron Harvest?
Yeah, Iron Harvest.
Okay.
Like how Iron Harvest was like heavily based on that guy's artwork. This as the central artist that a lot of it was based on his artwork. You see in the cover, yeah.
Always a strong proposition if you can base your shit on. Yeah, this is evocative as fuck.
Oh, evocative. Yeah. And I highlight that because, you know, Lancer became a big deal because of the fact that also happened there too. So
yeah. Okay, what else?
Dolmenwood.
Dolmenwood, necrotic gnome. So you're playing a little guy in this? Is that what you do? Every time the dark whimsical.
Oh yeah, you can play a little guy.
Players can be proud goat-headed Braggle, a starry-eyed elf stepping straight from fairy. What? I don't understand. A thicksome Grimmelkin cat fairy. A worldly or hapless human, a fungus-ridden mossling, capricious, bat-faced woodgrew. Choose from 9 classes: the charming bard, ardent cleric, willful enchanter, dashing fighter. Okay. I am not disinterested. What's your rule? What's your game system? Designed for play. Wow. Sorry, but this is a nothing statement. Don't use a streamlined version of the acclimated old school essentials rule system.
Oh, so it's quote unquote OSR.
Okay. Well, could be interesting.
Yeah.
What else? We went over Discord, the MCDM RPG, we also talked about that a bunch. Daggerheart, we talked about a bunch. Cosmere, Brandon Sanderson. So that maybe we get more information about that from this.
It loads. Yeah.
That's probably because I'm blocking it. Okay. It's a living RPG gross Brandon Sanderson's rights. No. Okay, that's really disinterested. Fuck that. I don't want to be beholden to one guy writing more novels. I'm sorry.
No.
I have been beholden to one guy writing more novels before. And that guy stopped writing novels.
Yep, he did. And instead he just is trying to make 9 TV series.
So, Electric State. That's right. That comes out.
Yeah.
Tales of the Mothership.
Oh yeah, Pendragon 6th edition.
Mothership 1E is also like I'm not really. I looked at Mothership and wasn't really a big fan of what I saw, but it's a big thing and it's cool for sure.
Yeah, it'll be worth a deep dive at some point.
I'm just not very with most games like, oh, we're gonna die in this horror. I'm like, why though? Can we not?
Yeah. Can we like focus on exploring cool shit?
Can I at least have it so that if I die, it's kind of like cool and not just because I got electrocuted by a door or something?
Yep.
But yeah. Games. Let's hope these actually come out this year.
There's going to be a lot. Like, I feel like this is because the ripple happened, what, 2 years ago now? Of the opening of the OGL fiasco. Now people have finally gotten their Kickstarters done, so now they're actually going to be making stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where we are now. Yeah, because usually it takes 2 years for turnaround for these things.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get Draw Steel this year. We're gonna get a lot of other things. Draw Steel is the big one to me still because, well, it's Matt Colville. He's made a lot of money off of his supplements he's written, but he also pays his artists good. He actually pays his people good. And that's a huge problem in the industry.
My winner would have to be Discworld. Because I believe that the Modiphius people can do it.
Oh, yeah. I believe they can too. Yeah. I mean, they made Dune work like really well, and I didn't think it was possible. I genuinely didn't.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Look at last year. Mothership. I think it's out by now. We haven't never taken a look.
Yeah, I just haven't. I haven't been fixated enough to give a damn, but I know we will review it at some point.
Pendragon 6E. I have no idea. Never looked at that. What am I waiting for, Sandert?
What are we waiting for, Sandert? But maybe we could do a 6th edition roundup of Talislanta and Pendragon and Shadowrun.
Oh no! The games have to have something that makes them 6th edition worthy, right?
No, they have to have something.
Man, if only they had found the lost 2nd edition of Changeling. Then they could have actually released that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You forgot about the Multiverse Ninja Nepo baby book.
Oh no.
Oh, you are correct though. We have to look at the Nepo baby book.
We do at some point.
No, we're looking at
then we'll have a long discussion about Nepo babies in tabletop gaming. Because it's Cody Consmith, it's also all the Gygax boys.
Yeah. Shadow Scar, the new game from the creator of the Witcher TTRPG, Cody Consmith, takes you into is it a link? No. Takes you a new IP from Art Taliesin's Tessorian Games. Step into the mosaic and enter the Shadow Sky agency as you begin your journey through multiverse threatened by unseen yokai. Isn't that just there was just this other game about yokai that came out, wasn't there? Where's this? Yeah. Was that a 5e thing?
Yeah, it was another 5e thing.
Okay, so then this is superior to that at least.
Yeah, it's very superior because we all know that Pondsmiths make good games about ninjas.
At least it's original.
True.
Like, okay, no, to be fair, this looks...
Shadow Scar, the Naruto experience.
Yoko Sky, like the Yokai Realms. It looks interesting. This looks... like... The closest I can say that this looks like is Feng Shui. because you have
We
just a
have
bunch
Feng
of
Shui mixed with Naruto at
this is
home.
Feng Shui at home because you have a bunch of dudes doing random stuff fighting. Like one guy has a gun, magic sword, staff, katana, dice, and magic.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the dice are probably also magic. I guess this could also be magic, but yeah.
Oh yeah, eventually we will have to do a live stream playing a Pondsmith game. Maybe this is the one finally.
No. Why do we have to do that? Why do you say such things? Why?
Because
Why?
one day,
No.
one day we'll play Shadow
No.
Scar Dream Park.
No, that's what you. That's what you. You can do that on your own time. Holy shit! Don't rope me into this podsmithery.
Pondsmithery. Oh my goodness. Like, this is just the greater commentary on the fact that it's just like, even when we say Pondsmith did something okay, like the Dragon Ball Z RPG, we still won't fucking play it.
Like, I don't. I think the guy has like. You can't say only bad things about him because he's such a prolific writer and such a workhorse guy. But it just never lands for me. I'm sorry, this doesn't. And yeah, sure, this is his son, and that means nothing because your writing ability isn't in your genes. So I don't know. Like, again, at least it's not D&D, so I give it that. And what do they want for this? Is there a price here even low? Store. Oh, $30 for the starter set? That's not what I clicked on, is it? Physical edition is what I clicked on. Is this just all I can buy right now? Theoretically? Okay.
Our favorite furry is here. Hello, Mort.
I find it interesting that this is a box.
Yeah.
Who releases a boxed game in 2025?
Yeah.
I hate that it's 6 customizable characters, though.
I really hate that.
What is this supposed to mean? Does it mean it's like an online game where, oh no, someone already picked the big booba katana lady, so I can't play her, I have to play the dice guy now, who no one likes. I don't like that. Well, this is even 6 people. Are these the guys? These are the guys who play? Oh my god.
Yeah, those are the 6 guys, yeah.
I know that everyone's going to pick Booba Lady.
Yeah, everyone's going to pick Booba Lady. Can we play 6 Booba Lady?
Yeah, and hi Mod. Sorry. I was just unlocked by Booba Lady.
Booba Lady.
Can I play him? Can I play Old Man Asian?
Man with cock thief.
Old Asian with cock. Old. I don't know.
Old man, comma Asian.
That's gonna be his whole. That's gonna be his thing. Look at him. This is why I don't like this, because this is a second generation of guy from America writing about anything but else, and probably making it a stereotype. Because
God, yes.
Like, this looks very stereotyped to me. Where the only white guy has a gun and a cybernetic arm, while everybody else is a kung fu Asian. Like, no offense, but come on.
Wait, there's 6 ninja clans in the game, so the 6 playable characters are pre-generated characters of each clan. Okay. So who gets to play the Booba clan?
I really want to.
Clan?
I really want to be in the white guy ninja clan.
The white guy ninja clan.
That's the big ninja clan, if you think about it. That's the biggest one by far.
That's a huge one. White guy ninja clan.
Yeah. Every single person you ever saw at a con probably is in the white guy ninja clan.
They just make a hand gesture and say Shunpo.
Yeah,
and then they adjust their fedora and run away.
We could take a look at this. No, it's $15. What? There's a free quick start. Oh, okay. I guess this is the digital full version. Oh look, Booba Lady can have special Booba. Oh no. I don't think it's the same person.
No.
This is cool art though. I like this.
Yeah, there's good art in here. Even for the White Guy Ninja Clan. Oh my god. That's gonna live rent-free in my brain for a little while now. White Guy Ninja Clan.
Yeah, I mean, White Guy Ninja Clan has the gun ability. It's pretty good.
Yeah. He also has the explain katana ability.
Yeah, it's Japanese. It's Japanese for sword.
Mm-hmm.
First
folded
link in the
10,000 times.
article.
Yep.
First link in the article. This? Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this could be something we look at. Because at the same time where I'm like, okay, listen, Pondsmith was a hack. His son doesn't necessarily have to be a 1-2, right? It isn't wrong to be the son of a hack. I am not gonna say he isn't one, but I don't know. I've never read this. It's just
I just assume he is, but you know.
Something about the artist just strikes me the wrong way here. I don't know. It's not bad per se, especially this.
All right, this is a first for a Yapisode. I've never done this before.
Oh.
But I made a meme just for this episode.
Oh. White Guy Ninja, yes. White Guy Ninja can represent, heck yeah. Oh god, he's high level too. Look at how long the sword is.
Look at the length of the handle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The head could be bigger.
Hat could be way bigger. It should be like a sombrero.
It needs to be a fedora, but it has to be bigger.
It'll be like a fedora sombrero.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you put it over your head and there's like eye slits.
This is ninja mask. That's the official Guy Ninja Clan mask. It's a fedora with eye holes.
Yeah. It's true, son, that not everything is narrated. You don't have egg sinking abilities.
You egg sinker. Hook, line, and egg sinker.
Yeah.
It's okay, Sunder. You'll get milked.
But yeah. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about, Drake? What we memory hold.
Uh-oh.
The D&D monster manual is out.
I like how it was in that list, and they were just like, "Can we just skip this?"
Yeah,
I didn't even resist you saying that.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, some monsters are slightly different. Also,
so Sunder said something cursed that I have to.
I just noticed it says inspired by Naruto and Stargate. Oh God. Yeah. Now I have to. Now we have to look at it.
Like, oh my God! Now we have to play it.
No.
Saying inspired by Naruto and Stargate is the most feng shui at home that I can imagine.
Yeah. I want to see it now. I must witness. But anyway, yeah. But so folks, the Monster Manual 5e is out. So I'm gonna leave it on White Guy Ninja Clan. I'm gonna zoom in on that a little bit more. They made some monsters slightly different, guys.
Slightly different. They included where an ogre sleeps.
Yeah, they are
in a forest.
Yeah, they have some better encounter tables. They might have somewhat fixed CR. I don't know. Please pay $70.
Please pay $70 for these slight adjustments.
Yeah. The book, by the way, doesn't look amazing to me.
No, the art is a step down.
Some bad kerning in it.
Yeah,
in the lists and stuff, where it's like it just doesn't flow into my eyes. It just feels like sandpaper. From like just off of a few pictures I've seen. It's not great, folks.
It just didn't take much for both of us to recoil. Like,
Yeah.
that's one of the key things about all of these discussions that we just keep having over and over again about here's our first impression of this, here's our first impression of that. If your first impression of an RPG is to recoil, then you're doing something wrong.
But to be also fair, the first edition of 5e is 10 years old at this point, or 20 years old at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's not a new edition, it's just papered over old edition.
Yep.
And I will say, probably the best book they've released, the Monster Manual, just because it's the fucking Monster Manual. Like, yeah, it's functional, it does what you want.
Yeah.
If you don't own a Monster Manual yet, this is probably the Monster Manual you could own. I don't know why, but you could.
You could,
like
it's just painful. Just I don't even know what to say anymore about it. It's this is not what we wanted. Like at the end of the day, it's not what we wanted.
We watched in a fit of masochism, watched them talk about this for an hour on the channel the other day. It was mostly the artists talking about how cool the art is and that they put every monster like in its environment. And I'm like, yeah, you did that. It doesn't make it more interesting though.
Yeah.
Like, in a way, it's less interesting because now people have expectations about ogres being in a cave. When in my game I want ogres to be on the high seas. Because they would be really good at rowing a boat. and then it's just like, oh yeah, we some of the most egregious things that have been pointed out to us for 20 years that suck, we have fixed them. About the monsters that we have, and then we adjusted some stats. And that's it. There's also some new monsters, I guess. Wow. Like, is there really? Wow, I could never have done that myself. Could never have designed a monster myself, guys.
Yeah.
Did you put rules in how to do that yet? Oh, you didn't? Cool, thanks.
No, didn't. Whereas what editions had that at the outset? 3rd and 4th edition.
Yeah.
They bluntly tell you here's how you build a monster, here's how you decide what CR they should have, etc. They bluntly told you those things in 3rd and 4th edition, and they even did it in 2nd edition in the Dungeon Master's Guide. But no, 5th edition, we're going to be different. We're going to force you to be fucking over monetized all the hell now.
And why would you want to make up a monster when you could use our monsters that we made for you?
Yeah, use our monsters.
Because it's actually less work to make up the monster a lot of the time. And more interesting, because then your players can't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. And then something tailored to your special homebrew world that you came up with in your closet.
It's just that this wyvern is beefy arms. It's gonna punch you with, and it's not a dragon because the arm comes out of the wrong place.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, it's a Trogdor.
Yeah, it's a Trogdor, Bloodinator.
Even though it's like a pool toy Trogdor, it's fine. To refer to another stream.
Yes. God. Yeah, the game book's out. It's always going to be the book that is kind of most anticipated. Like, the one that no one really cared for was the GM guide, I think.
No. Like, cool, we're going to add something for players in the DM guide. There, I just summarized the GM guide, what they changed. Please, just no.
And I'm sure they're going to make a lot of money from pre-orders, and then I hope that's it. I hope no one buys that shit. It's going to be on the internet in a week anyway.
It is.
It's already there because it's already been a week. Like, it's so uninteresting. Yeah.
It really is.
And
yeah, sorry. As soon as you brought up Monster Manual and that we had to talk about it, I feel 10 years older.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
I'm
done talking about it. We can, like, for all I care, can be the show. I'm happy with today's show.
This is the show.
We don't have to make this super long. We did 2 hours 20. That's fine.
Yeah. And we
But
yapped about stuff we wanted to yap
we
about.
did yap about lots of stuff, yes. And now question though, what are we doing again next week? Which game are we doing?
We are doing the Cypher system. We're doing the
Yes.
Numenera version of it.
Yes, Numenera
And I think
Cypher. It will be over on Track's
Numenera.
channel next week.
New channel next week.
And yeah.
Yep. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how crazy Numenera is as a setting, and we'll talk about the greater, hey, why should you write these generic systems that may or may not suck? Because we keep talking about Powered by the Apocalypse. Here's another one that was people said was popular, but I don't believe them. I just don't. So.
Yeah. Yeah. The Numenera stuff was flash in the pan a little bit.
It was a little bit.
It was all tied to the game. It was all tied to that computer game. And then no one liked that, so... Or rather, I don't know if no one liked it, but it didn't have any impact. It doesn't really talk about it anymore at all.
Yeah. I never talked about it because it didn't really hit me very hard, so... Yeah. Anyway. Yep.
Yeah. Trek and I will be back next week with stuff. Schedule's going to be out on Monday. I don't have anything to plug. Do you have anything to plug?
No. I should be resuming things next week. My shoulder is healing up, so...
That's good. Yeah, that's very good.
Yep. Now I can actually sit for this whole chat without being uncomfortable.
Good.
Which, oh my god, that's an accomplishment in and of itself.
I believe it. God, yeah, I'm happy that you are feeling that you're improving. We're rating Ross, the monkey. Deserves some rates. And
all right.
We are again back next week. And yeah, it's good to do this show every day, even if today was a low energy day. See you all soon. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Okay.